You won't believe who just took the stand in a massive legal battle, shaking up the world of motorsports. None other than NBA legend Michael Jordan. That's right, MJ himself is at the center of a landmark antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR, and his testimony was absolutely riveting. Jordan, a co-owner of the 2-3 racing team, told a packed courtroom that he's been a NASCAR fan since he was a kid, but his love for the sport didn't stop him from suing the racing giant. He explained that he felt he had no other choice. He believes the current business model is broken, shortchanging the teams and the drivers who risk their lives every single week. In his own words, Jordan said, "Someone had to step forward and challenge the entity." He described seeing longtime team owners who felt browbeaten for years, trying to get NASCAR to make changes as a newcomer. He wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. He feels the sport needs a fresh perspective. This lawsuit was filed by Jordan's 2-3 team, which he co-owns with driver Denny Hamlin, and another team, Front Row Motorsports. They're alleging that NASCAR is a monopolistic bully. The major point of contention is something called charters. Think of them like a franchise in other sports. They guarantee a team a spot in every race and a share of the revenue. These charters were created in 2016, but they aren't permanent. Teams have been fighting for years to make them permanent, arguing it's essential for financial stability and to attract investors. But NASCAR refused. Instead, in September 2024, they gave the teams a bombshell ultimatum: sign a 112-page extension within 6 hours, or lose your charter and everything that comes with it. Out of 15 major teams, only 2-3 and Front Row Motorsports refused to sign. Everyone else felt backed into a corner. Heather Gibbs, the daughter-in-law of legendary team owner Joe Gibbs, gave incredibly emotional testimony. She described it as having a gun to your head. She said, "If you don't sign, you have nothing." She recounted the chaotic final hours with team owner Joe Gibbs, at 84 years old, pleading with NASCAR chairman Jim France. She said Gibbs told him, "Jim, you can't do this." But France was done with the conversation. Heather Gibbs described leaving her father-in-law sitting in the dark, his health monitors beeping, as the family made the gut-wrenching decision to sign, even though they felt it was a terrible deal. They just couldn't risk losing the team that was built as a family legacy. Michael Jordan echoed this sentiment. He testified that the deal wasn't economically viable, and it included a clause preventing teams from suing NASCAR, which he felt was an antitrust violation. He wanted a true partnership, but he said NASCAR wasn't even open to discussing permanent charters or other key issues. They were not even open-minded to welcome those conversations, Jordan stated. So this is where we ended up, comparing it to the NBA, where players get about half of the revenue. Jordan pointed out the huge disparity in NASCAR. He said, "The thing I see in NASCAR that I think is absent is a shared responsibility of growth as well as loss." He's invested nearly $40 million of his own money into 2-3. Meanwhile, other owners testified they've lost millions over the years, struggling to turn a profit. This trial is exposing the deep divisions between the teams and the sanctioning body. With a global icon like Michael Jordan leading the charge, it's forcing a conversation about the very future of NASCAR's business model. Will this lawsuit force a change, or will NASCAR's powerful grip remain? We're watching this closely. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe for more updates on this developing story.